On the endless ocean, a coffin floated. Dark, weathered wood, etched with strange symbols that seemed to whisper of power capable of destroying the gods themselves. By sheer chance, a kind-hearted fisherman discovered it and hauled it ashore. Inside, a baby wept. Tiny, fragile, yet full of an unknowable energy. His mother was already gone. The fisherman cradled the child, his heart heavy with sorrow and compassion, and named him Perseus, unaware that this child would one day rise to challenge the tyranny of the gods themselves. Years passed. Perseus grew under his adoptive father's care, his body strong from days of hauling nets and braving storms. Together, they sailed endless seas, casting nets day after day. But the ocean seemed unyielding. Fish eluded them as if the sea itself mocked their effort. One morning, Perseus knelt before the statue of Zeus, rain slicking his hair and salt stinging his eyes. "Please," he whispered, voice trembling, "grant us mercy." Yet fate had other plans. Soldiers arrived, dismantling the sacred monument. The colossal statue toppled with a deafening crash, sending waves surging high. And from the shadows, monstrous shapes emerged, creatures sent by Hades, their claws glinting in lightning, eyes burning with otherworldly hunger. Chaos erupted. The soldiers, unprepared and terrified, fell one by one. Perseus tried to flee, but his father grabbed him, voice desperate. "Perseus, stay. We must face this together." Only Perseus, the demigod, survived. Rescued by passing soldiers, he looked back at the burning battlefield, knowing this was only the beginning of a war between gods and mortals. Meanwhile, high above, in the halls of Olympus, Zeus's anger burned. His statue destroyed, his authority challenged. Hades saw opportunity. He petitioned for the release of Kraken, a colossal, bloodthirsty sea monster, to sow chaos among humans and weaken Zeus's power. The threads of destiny intertwined, and a cosmic game began. Perseus was brought to the royal palace. He watched the queen celebrate the soldiers' return, her eyes cold, her smile hollow. Moments later, shadows crept across the grand hall. Hades' vengeance unfolded. In a flash, decades fell upon the queen, her beauty replaced by the harsh marks of age. Fear and awe swept through the room. Perseus realized the weight of the god's power and the destiny he had yet to accept. The truth struck him. He was the son of Zeus, half god, born to defend humanity. His path was clear. There was no turning back. With steadfast allies at his side, he embarked on a perilous quest. They needed to find the wise king, seek the witches, and uncover secrets to defeat Kraken. Each step tested their courage and endurance. Desert winds lashed their faces, scorching the skin. Creatures, massive and alien, blocked their path. A titanic crab arose, its shell impenetrable, claws snapping like thunder. Soldiers fought valiantly, yet only Perseus, with strength beyond human measure, could turn the tide. Night fell as they reached the mountain of the witches. Perseus carried a torch, its flame flickering against the jagged rock walls. He discovered the truth. Only Medusa's petrifying gaze could halt Kraken. Danger lurked everywhere. The witches' traps twisted the corridors into a maze, while undead guardians stalked them, silent and relentless. Inside Medusa's lair, tension mounted. Shadows and stones seemed alive. Arrows and spells tested every reflex. The undead chieftain, once a mere watcher of mortals, now fought alongside Perseus, moving with supernatural precision. Together, they struck. Medusa fell, her serpentine heads severed, power neutralized. The path to Kraken was clear, but their trials were far from over. As the solar eclipse began, the world darkened. Kraken emerged from the ocean, colossal and terrifying. Waves surged like mountains, ships tossed like toys. Perseus mounted his steed, heart pounding. Hades' minions attacked, yet Perseus and his allies advanced, their courage unwavering. The sea roared, thunder clashed with lightning, and every strike of Kraken threatened to crush hope itself. Perseus struck at the beast's weaknesses, each blow measured, each move precise. The princess, moments from danger, was pulled from the brink. Every second counted. The kingdom's fate trembled on the edge of annihilation. Hades arrived, his aura suffocating. Perseus, unwavering, met him head-on. Sword in hand, he fought with courage, strategy, and demigod power. Croc's massive body began to crumble. The ocean calmed. The princess was safe. Hope returned to the people, their faith renewed. Finally, Perseus stood victorious. Not only the son of Zeus, but a hero bridging gods and mortals. Monsters slain, schemes thwarted, a kingdom saved. The legend of Perseus etched into eternity, courage, wisdom, unyielding resolve, echoing through generations. As the sun rose over the calm sea, Perseus gazed at the horizon. Trials were over, yet his journey had only begun. Every god, every monster, every shadow, he would face prepared.